today we're previewing the Lakers.
Yep.
I mean, look, man, our Lakers talk starts and ends with the same thing. It's kind of the same old song with them, right?
Yeah.
It's LeBron, it's AD. I know Bronny gets the headlines, where Bronny means absolutely nothing to that team this season at all. Maybe ever, but certainly this season.
Yeah.
He's not good for any more wins. He's not going to cost you games in terms of losses. He literally, here's a needle. See it not moving? That's because of Bronny. So, they have some other decent players, but the only two that matter are LeBron and AD. They both still have plenty left in the tank. I will give AD some credit here, Ante. Mm-hmm. I think he was dubbed, rightfully so, as injury prone. And it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when he's going to get hurt.
Yep.
I will give him credit here. Although he still doesn't, play every game. Who the hell does in this league? A. And B,
right.
He has been in the last, really, I guess since the bubble, quite frankly, he's been more available than what I remember him being throughout his career. Mm-hmm. Of course, bumps and bruises here and there. But for the most part, he is available. He does play. Now, there's been some big spots where I feel like he kind of lets them down in terms of performance. But I can't sit here and say, well, he's, I used to say he never plays. He's never available.
Right.
He plays, and he is effective. You and I are both fans. And LeBron, even at this advanced age, is still absolutely productive and still giving you everything he has left. So I think the Lakers are – I don't believe they're going to be quite as low in the Western Conference standings as they were last year. I think they'll be a little bit higher, or in past few years, actually.
Yeah.
I think they'll be a little bit higher up. They're not going to be fighting, scratching, and clawing for the playoffs. Here's my season preview. Ready?
Yep.
I think the Lakers are a comfortable 6-7 seed in the West, which is saying something. The West is tough. But I think it's at a cost.
Comfortable?
I do. And I think it's at a cost. I think you're going to have to play LeBron and AD more than you want to ensure that. I don't think they want to be swimming around in this 8th seed or this play-in tournament crap anymore. So I think they're going to go for broke. Remember, J.J. Redick's there now, inexperienced, not knowing what he's doing.
Yep.
I think they're going to go for broke in the regular season to remain relevant, to sell tickets, to be the Lakers, and then they're going to get matched up with one of those Thunder or Mavericks or damn Timberwolves or Nuggets, as always, and get bounced early and often. That's my prediction for them.
My prediction is not the same. I think that they're going to be a 9 or 10 seed in the West probably again this year. Because their team is just not very good, honestly.
Yeah.
And they didn't get much better. They lost Spencer Dinwiddie and Taurean Prince, who were okay. You know what I mean? They did okay job at, wearing that purple and gold. They brought in Bronny and Dalton Connect, who I don't foresee playing much for either of those guys, honestly. They already have Dalton Connect at home. It's Austin Reeves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see what goes on with Gabe Vincent and that whole situation. Like, I don't know if he's playing this year. He was not healthy last year. He could probably help them. But I think it's a whole lot of, like, guys feeling disrespected. You know what I mean? They still have D'Lo on the roster, and they tried to trade him more than I tried to trade that peanut butter and jelly sandwich back when I was a kid, man.
What were you trading for, yo?
Dude, whatever. I'd have took an applesauce back in the day. But, man, they were trading for whatever they could get their hands on, and the D'Lo trade just never worked out. You know what I'm saying? So,
and now you have Redick.
Yeah. So, my whole thing is that this team doesn't really want to be together. They've been rocking together for a while. They're probably about tired of playing with each other, honestly. Nothing's changing. LeBron's getting older. AD's getting older.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to carry you as much. I don't think this team is better than the Clippers. And we talked about the Clippers a couple of episodes ago.
They're better than the Clippers.
I don't think so. At
Damn.
the end of the day.
How do you think this ends? Like, forget this season. Future, crystal ball style.
Yep.
Let me just ask this point blank. Does LeBron James end his career with the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah. I mean, I think so.
Obviously?
I think it's obvious. Yeah. You want to know why it's obvious?
LA?
Because it's LA. He does whatever he wants because Genie and Pelinka don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, he has his son there who's going to be there for 4 years now.
Oh my
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And LeBron doesn't have more than 4 years left in the tank.
Right.
So this is his final landing spot. I think maybe, he tries to drag Curry into the mix.
Okay, so let's stop down. Anthony Davis is the only piece that they have asset-wise that you can move and get something.
Yes.
Do you believe Anthony Davis is traded before LeBron James' career is over?
No, I think LeBron will retire before Anthony Davis is, the thing about Laker Nation is, and what it's always been is they've always been loyal to their players. I can tell you that. Because there was times where they shouldn't have gave Kobe money and they did. You know what I mean? There was times when they tried to keep Shaq here and whatever. You know what I mean? When it wasn't going to work out. But with Anthony Davis, he won a championship here. You have to remember that. And
he's still playing well.
And, and there was inklings at the time that maybe he should have been Finals MVP of that championship.
Sure. Yeah.
So he was playing extremely well. And Laker Nation will never forget that. So I think that Anthony Davis is going to be a Laker until he possibly retires, unless he was on like that, Tony Parker, like they're not trying to give me $150 million. I got a dip at the end, but they're gonna take care of him and make sure that he gets his number up there in the rafters.
Okay, all right. So then, when you bring up Steph, I just don't see it happening. I know LeBron wants it to happen, but we already know the Lakers and Warriors trade that everyone talks about that didn't come to fruition. So I think that ship has sailed.
Yep.
If you're Steph Curry, why in the hell would you go to LA? You're not going to make the same money there. And I don't know if you're ring chasing at the end. Steph Curry I'm talking about.
Yep.
You're not going to play with LeBron and AD. I'm not saying that's not one hell of a big three, but that's not a guarantee you're winning a ring.
Why not?
I don't know.
I don't see why not. They fit him perfectly. They fit him perfectly during this USA run. You know what I mean?
So you take less money, in theory.
I mean,
if you're Steph, you take less money.
If I'm Steph, I'm staying with the Warriors because it's legacy. There's only a couple of guys in NBA history who started their career with the team, finished their career with the team, and were Hall of Famers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And won multiple championships with that team.
Yeah.
They gave you Kevin Durant. They gave you, more money when, you probably should have been, not getting the contract at all.
Sure.
Like, when you were doing the whole ankles, man, they could have gave up on you, and they did it. They shipped Monta Ellis out of there and bet on you. You know what I mean? In your career.
Yep.
So this organization is giving you everything, man. They're giving you whatever you wanted. You got to stay.
I agree. I also think dollars and cents. He can make the most career earnings staying with them forever.
Yes.
And I agree. I think that's a move, and I know Bron would love to play with him. But hey, that's a reason why, like, it was great to see what we saw in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, we got to see what that would look like, but we're never going to get that, I don't think, NBA wise.
Yeah.
So we're both out on the Lakers this year.
Can I ask you really quickly though?
Sure.
What bets do you like from this Lakers team?
Listen, I made a lot of money betting the Lakers game to game, and I don't mean every game. I mean picking my spots. Now, this was under Darvin Ham, so it's a little different.
Yep.
But that team plays real defense.
Yes.
I mean, I think the Lakers play championship level defense, and a lot of that's AD. And Bron, too. Bron's willing to play D. Not as prolific as he once was as a defender, but he still plays it. I bet unders a lot in Laker games. And it was less stressful trying to figure out if they would cover or win or on the money line or any of that nonsense. I just took the under. So a lot of times when they would play a defensive type team, I just bet the under, man. I didn't care how low the number was. It was low for a reason, and I bet the under, and I still hit it.
Yeah.
But as far as futures, and I know I started the show with a bunch of futures for the Celtics, that's because the Celtics are good and predictable. The Lakers are not, other than – and by the way – I won't jump on the unders early, Ante, because I don't know what the hell J.J. Redick's going to have these boys doing. I thought Darvin Ham brought a culture of defense, and he couldn't coach much else. So I would bet the unders. So I'll wait and see, but I'm going to bet the Lakers on a game-per-game basis, depending on matchup.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'm actually really going to go in on the NBA Cup for the Lakers again. So championship plus 3,500 for them.
No shot.
Winning West Group B plus 350. And then LeBron, NBA Cup MVP plus 5,000. I think I might be willing to parlay it. And it's only because of this. LeBron is a cheap dude. And he has the opportunity to play one game really hard and make a bunch of money. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. We've seen what he did in the Olympics in a short game span. That's basically what the NBA Cup is, short games. And he's going to be able to take control of a one-game elimination type of situation. And I think he has the opportunity to repeat for the Lakers here. LeBron. I'm betting on LeBron.